0. Countdown. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. We're here on Starving Artist Podcast Show. And we have a great guest for you today. But first of all, I hope you're enjoying your Friday night. You're home. You're on your phone or your laptop and you're watching this. So you could come on to the Hub 17 NYC on Facebook Live, post up your comments, watch, like, and share. And we'll be here we have Bridget Lorenzo.
Hello.
And she is the owner and CEO of Beeforever Party Planning. So, Bridget, thank you for coming on today.
Thank you so much for having me, Marcy. I was looking forward to this, being part of this. Yeah.
I haven't seen you in so long. I personally know Bridget for a long time. And
probably about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah,
4
definitely,
or 5 years now.
Yes. And she's evolved, and I've seen her grow, and I've seen her work. And I was like, wow, she's all over the place. I got to get this girl over here.
Thank you. Thank you. I try.
Yes. So, like I said, you're with Beeforever.
Yes.
So, of course, she is located here in Staten Island. And Beeforever, tell us a little bit about the name first.
Okay, well, the name took a long time to come up with. Really? It did. So I always enjoyed doing events. First, I just started out with my friends and family, just decorating for them.
Right.
I worked in the hospitality business for about 15 years before, and I love the hospitality business.
Yes.
I love, making people feel welcome and warm, kind of like what you're doing now, and making me feel welcome and warm.
Thank you, of course.
And I decided that I wanted to do more.
Okay.
So I decided I wanted to do more with events, and it just started off with me doing it for my friends and family and decorating and having a great time with it. And then I was like, wow, I have some talent. I can really turn this into something, because this is, I felt the fire within me. So that's what I did. Beeforever. So my nickname is B.
Okay, there you go.
So my name is Bridget.
Okay.
If you know me a long time, you call me Bibbs, but that's another story.
We're getting the nicknames.
That's another story. But a lot of people would call, in high school really, it started people calling me B. And then I don't know, I just liked the way the font that I chose. To be honest with you, I liked the way the word forever looked with my font.
Right.
So it just turned into Beeforever. And so in 2016, Beeforever was born. And I've been growing so much ever since then.
Yes, she really has. Like I said, I've seen your work there, and on Instagram, I've been following you since that.
Since day one, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the parties that you set up, it's very creative. So definitely, but we'll have her information at the end of the show. Definitely. So you have the business since 2016, you said?
Yeah, 2016, I started thinking of it 2014, 2015, but because it took me so long to come up with the name, that I didn't officially open until 2016.
So, as a female in the business, doing parties and stuff like that, how's that been for you with your friends and your family?
Well, as you know, being a female, it's a little bit harder for us to go about it. Yes,
definitely.
I do have a very strong family and friends behind me.
Right.
I'm used to being the only female. I do have 3 brothers. So growing up, I'm so used to being the only female. So that was easy for me. And I'm pretty tough.
So, with 3 brothers, I would say.
I don't mind getting in front of the camera, pushing people out of my way. Yeah. But in a nice way.
Of course, of course. So you were built tough.
Yeah.
Especially when you have brothers around.
Absolutely. But I feel like that's one of the things that really strengthened me in my life, to be, as personable and upfront as I am with people, is because I had to be. I come from a large family, so you had to be loud in order to be heard. So that's what I told him. I was like, make sure the microphone's not too close. I talk loud. So it was tough in the beginning. I also was working still in the hospitality business
Right.
as I opened my business.
Right.
And then the more that I grew and grew my networks, grew my contacts. I met you. I
Yes.
started doing local fairs. I wanted to do everything Staten Island.
Right.
So I feel like I really have hit my goal.
Yes.
And since then, since I opened, especially since COVID, I had to pivot myself.
Well, that's my next question on that, because a lot of small business owners and a lot of entrepreneurs and, they had to, either they fell off and they couldn't pick up, or they had to reinvent themselves and to stay afloat,
Right.
And I know a lot of them, it was very hard for them to keep afloat. A lot of their
Absolutely.
businesses were shut down, or they couldn't open until the city said so. So that affected them a lot.
Absolutely.
You know?
As a business owner, it's scary.
It
It's
is.
scary when you put your everything in your livelihood, it depends on you.
Definitely.
So when everything first shut down, my last party was March 13th. It was a Friday the 13th. That was my last party that I did.
Right.
The rest of my parties for March were canceled.
Mm.
And then April was scary. April was a scary month.
was.
All businesses, not just myself, but Beeforever, we really rely on social gatherings.
Yes.
Yes.
I know.
Right.
Like with the market itself, those type
Right.
of businesses were so hard, because there was no events going on and nothing was to be, put out in public or anything like that. So it
Right.
was really
People
bad.
couldn't be around other people. So So that's why April was rough. So then I was thinking in April, what could I do?
Right.
To have people still celebrate, still think of Beeforever
Yes.
for their events,
Yes.
and be involved in the community.
Yes.
So I started saying that we're going to bring the celebration to you. I've always created balloons. I always had offered balloons.
Right,
But like
right.
I was telling you earlier, it's something that's on the side.
Right.
It's something, but now it's more highlighted than ever before.
Yeah.
It would always be something that would just be addition, or you would just do balloons on a tabletop, or
Right.
add them to a backdrop. But now it's like the main focus
Yes.
with people doing the drive-by events.
I know.
So I had one of my girlfriends ask me if I could make some sort of balloon arrangement,
Right.
for a drive-by for one of our friends
Right.
that their birthday was in April. I was like, all right, I can. So I did something. I tied it to my husband's car. My husband is so great. I tied it to his car. He, drove around. We drove and, waved to our friends, and I made a sign, and she really felt special. So
Right.
that's where it hit me. I was like, wow, these things could really take off. So then I just started advertising that, and I just started creating things. I had nothing to do.
Right.
I've cleaned my house 100 times. We binge watched everything on Netflix. We had really nothing to do, so I just started creating.
Right.
I just started taking balloons, blowing them up, and putting
She's like,
things
"I
together.
have to do
I
it."
had to do something.
Yes.
So that's what I did, and it's really taken off.
It has.
Yeah, so Beeforever, we created/delivered over 250 arrangements since April.
Well,
And
we
now
have a
it's
couple
August.
of pictures, I think, that I got from your Instagram.
Okay.
So we'll be able to see that. So here's some of your creations.
Yeah, that's this is the most famous design that we've done is the garland. Not the colors, the WWE obviously very
Right.
very popular.
Right.
But these are the garlands. This garland's probably about 8 feet long,
Wow, it's beautiful
Yeah.
though, and it's
maybe longer.
Yeah, and it's just right. It's right for outside. Everybody's celebrating in that house. So.
Yeah.
And then I think this one is in somebody's front yard.
Yeah, so actually, they asked me to do an ice cream theme. And so I decided, the little ice cream on the bottom, I decided, you know what, let me take balloons and actually make an ice cream cone out of the balloons besides
Right.
that, because the girl that paints on the door, she's very talented. I don't know if you know her or see her on
Oh, okay.
Instagram. We could talk about that later.
Sure.
But she, I saw the work that she did, and I said, I have to put an ice cream cone on this.
Ah.
So those are actually all individual balloons in
wow.
there, and that took some time to make, but it's worth it because the look
It
on the
is.
client's face when I delivered it.
That's
Oh my goodness.
that's the reward.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
And throughout this whole thing, that's the reward.
Yeah.
Because people, especially during this time, people are devastated. They don't know. There's people that are sick out there. We don't know as a as a race, as a human race, as this country, we don't know what's going to happen next.
I know. It's a little scary, though.
That's why it's scary. So if the fact that I was able to deliver smiles.
Well, that's why we're going to go on to the next one, and we're going to see your other ones. Now, this one has a little price list here. So.
Yes, so this is something that Beeforever had always offered.
Okay.
Always. We do it. If you do visit my website or my Instagram, you see a couple of these out. We make all of our treats homemade, and you can send them to a friend. I've had a lot of people. My donuts were the most popular item. Again,
I saw those donuts.
Yeah, donuts was something good. I always offered when I did a dessert display. A lot of people call it candy tables or dessert tables. I call it a dessert display.
Yes.
Be a little bit more fancy.
Okay.
But this was something that I always offered.
Right.
And now people are really utilizing it. I was delivering donuts and balloons to people's parties. So yeah, this is something that we always did. So this was just this is the Memorial Day one because it's red, white, and blue. So freedom, mix and match. You can mix and match your items.
You have cake pop bouquet, and the small one is the $30, and large one is that's
50.
good price.
Yes.
Now this one is beautiful. I love this.
Thank you. So this was an April creation. This was something in April that I needed to get out and create, and I still wanted to keep my company relevant because it was, how it is with posting on Instagram and having your followers.
Yeah.
Sometimes I work so hard on something, I put my heart and soul into it, and I post it, and I get like 4 likes. One is my sister-in-law.
It kills you, right?
Right, but you know what? That doesn't define me.
Of course not.
And don't be discouraged. It doesn't define you either if that happens.
And it's social media, and you want, but they know when you look at this, come on, it's beautiful. It's
thank you.
Display.
Thank you.
And it's creative. So
Thank
it's
you.
really nice. I love the hoop.
The hoop is an idea that I've done them before for centerpieces.
Right.
They look so nice on tables for centerpieces, and it's great because have you ever been to a party where you can't see the person across from you because the centerpiece is
so huge?
It's so huge. Well, this you could see right through.
Right through there. That's right.
Yeah, so
there
it's
you
perfect.
go.
Yeah, and just add some balloons on it. And this you could use this for a baby shower, a bridal shower, even a communion. I actually dressed it up as a communion, so I wrote blessed on it.
I love the trinkets that you use and the flowers and
Thank
all.
you.
Very
Thank
creative.
you.
I love it.
Attention to detail is
yes,
what
very important it is.
I like to, make
Do we
sure.
have another one? Do we have another one? Yeah. This one I love. I love this one. How it just goes and just wraps itself all the way up on top.
Yeah, so we cascaded it again. My husband, wonderful. Yeah.
Put him to work.
Yeah. Well, no, he's great. He's great.
We're just kidding.
Because unfortunately, with everything that's going on, his company is closed as well.
Okay.
So he's been home, which has been wonderful because we get to spend all this free time together, and he can help me
do
all these things.
I know.
Yeah. So it actually. I'm not going to take full credit for it. It actually was his idea to cascade it that way.
The men can get involved and get creative too.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, they can.
Yeah, but he's great. So this is great. This was one of our popular things as well because this was for graduation.
Right.
When right after Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And Mother's Day was crazy with the baskets, and everybody wanted to send their mother sweets or a balloon arrangement.
I'm telling you.
And now with the graduations was nuts.
I'm sure.
Nuts. I did over 100. Almost 100 in 1 week. It was just it was crazy.
It was so cool because do we have another one or that was it? Do we have another one? Oh, that's it.
There we are.
There you go. It was crazy because it's like, people are very inventive, right? It's like, what are we going to do? The kids are graduating. They can't have the graduation.
Right.
You couldn't celebrate Mother's Day. It was just a mess.
It was.
So, people start to get creative and they still want to celebrate because that's just how humans are. We love to celebrate these type of things, especially when you have kids, right?
Yeah.
So, you want to make them at least happy. I have nieces and nephews that were graduating this year. And, my niece was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. They can't graduate, this and that. So, once I started seeing everybody honking the horns.
And it makes the person feel good.
Yeah.
The graduate, that everyone who is in their house and is not leaving their house, not even putting on pants, right? No one's even leaving their house. But they got up, put pants on, and left their house to drive by my house to honk the horn for my birthday. It's something small,
but it meaningful.
makes right. But it's meaningful.
Yes, definitely.
And the fact that I was there, I was able to be there to make it festive.
Right.
And people would drive by and say, "Whoa, look at that!" That was worth it. That was worth it.
It's worth it because it's what you're putting out there is joy.
Thank you.
That's cheer.
Right, and that's what I love to spread positivity and joy and cheer.
Yes.
It's great. It's
You
great
have
because
to.
why not? Why would you spread? I just like putting my energy towards positive things.
Definitely, I agree because when you're going through something as what we're going through with this right now, this is the best way to at least keep happy.
Absolutely. And you know what? I've even donated a few. I've had people ask me prices. They would, either DM me or email me, go to my website, fill out a contact form and say, how much is this? How much is that? And then when I would tell them, sometimes I would say, well, all right, thank you, but I can't spend that much.
Right.
They would say that. So I would either give them a discount or just show up at their door and say, here you go. And I would just give it to them. Only because a lot of people are out of work.
Yeah.
But I feel, for instance, I did have someone that had a 5-year-old and they were out of work. Their husband was out of work. They're getting unemployment, but they still have to pay their bills, pay their rent, their mortgage, whatever. And I couldn't disappoint a 5-year-old.
Aww.
So, and you know what? It was all materials I already had. So honestly, it was just my time.
But that's good. A lot of people, they don't think like that. They think about themselves.
They think about themselves. They think about the money. They think about, and that's not how Beeforever is run. That is not how I run my life in general.
Right.
That's why I'm very involved in the community. That's why I'm in all of these groups.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
why.
It's just the best thing, and that's how you also get to network and meet other people and meet other.
That's how we met.
Exactly.
Doing something for the community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Correct. That's how it is, and I guess is when everybody comes together in this type of time frame that we're going through. It shows that there's still humanity out there, and there's still people that do care.
Absolutely.
So that's very important to
just spread love.
Spread love and
good
cheer.
vibes. Yeah, you have to.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, with these beautiful pieces that we've just seen here, how long does it take you more or less to like set up a whole, space?
A whole party,
like
a whole space?
Yeah, or
well, it depends how big it is and what they want. So typically, like some of the balloon arrangements that you showed on here and the one I brought today.
Yes.
They it depends. A lot of people ask me that. How do you know where to put the balloons? How do you know what to? I don't. Honestly, I just
go there.
I just do it. It calls to me. I just start putting things together. Then I step away. I like put one there. I'm looking.
There's a process to it.
Yeah, there's a process. But each arrangement,
right.
Each garland probably takes me about 45 minutes to complete.
Right. Okay.
And then I add things in. So it takes me 45 minutes to complete at home.
Okay.
Then, delivering it. And then when I get there, it takes me 15, 20 minutes to put it up, depending on the space, how they want it. And then I add balloons in. But I take pride in what I do.
Of course.
So definitely. I'm not just throwing something together, it's being put together.
I was going to say, like, all those balloons, you have to be so careful, like, when you put them in the car.
Oh, my goodness.
It's like a big old cake,
nightmare.
Right?
So I had something like that happen to me.
Oh, my God.
And it was nerve-wracking, actually. So I told you, I did a lot of these. I did just about 250 deliveries of balloons, whether it's garlands or arrangements or what have. So, after using them for a while, I get used to it. I get used to it. Like, all right, I got to put it in the car, do this, the size of it.
Right.
For some reason, this one, I went huge. Yeah. I went too big. It turned out beautiful. It was so beautiful. It was shades of blue. I had a huge confetti balloon inside of it.
God.
I went to go put it in my husband's car and 2 of the balloons popped.
Oh my God.
2 of the balloons popped in the bottom, which were the small ones. So I was like, oh, okay. So I brought it back in the house. I tied those new ones back on.
Right.
Of course, now I'm running behind.
Oh my God.
If I say I'm going to be someplace, I'm there.
Right.
So I told my client, all right, I'll be there. I don't know. I think it was noon. I had to be there.
Right.
It is now 11:45. My balloons popped. I was like,
God.
no. I had to also do a whole bunch of other deliveries that day. So it was It was
my God.
nerve-wracking, so I had to bring it in the house. I'm like all upset about it now, but I had to fix it. Everything turned out well. I texted my client; they were fine with it. Of course, they loved it.
Right.
But yeah, something like that.
It can't happen.
And it took me such a long time. And I had it all finished the night before. I had it set out.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
like,
Don't
oh,
you
this
just
is
hate
going to
that?
be simple. Yeah, but things happen. So.
Yeah.
And with having a business, I learned this.
Right.
You know, you learn the hard way. You have to have a backup plan. You have to have A, B, C, and D. You
Oh,
have to,
yeah.
especially, you know, pre-COVID, when I
Yes.
was doing most of the events
Right.
in a venue.
Right.
A lot of the venues that I work with on Staten Island, although they're beautiful, they're great people, they're great owners, sometimes they only give you 60 minutes total to set up.
Ah, okay.
Little me carrying all these heavy things.
Oh, my God.
Some, you know, I do have, obviously I keep saying it, my husband helps me, my best friend Howie helps me also.
Right.
And we, you know, sometimes it takes us 20 minutes to unload the car.
I mean, it's a lot of stuff. You're
Yeah,
chipping it
it's
in
a lot
and
of,
you're setting
right.
up. Yeah, it takes time.
It's a lot of stuff. So now with these events that are in people's homes mostly in their backyards,
Right.
it's great because if their event starts at 2, I'm like, I'm going to be there at 9. I'm just letting you know I'm coming at 9 or 10 in the morning.
Right, you gotta
just
see
to make
them.
sure it's right.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So now I have all this time
Right.
to set up these events, and it's great because I really have more free range to do things. I mean, and COVID really made me tap into my creative side. I had to. I had no choice.
I think it's done that to a lot of people.
Yes.
It
But
really
it's all,
does.
but it's good.
As long as it's good.
If you ask anyone, I'm sure that every single person out there can say that there's at least one positive thing that came out of
Yeah,
COVID for them.
Definitely. And
Mm-hmm.
and I know a couple, and believe me, they like, I would have never thought that I could do this and that. And it's just like when you're forced or you're pushed into a situation which you have no other choice, it's like your mind starts to
Yeah.
think, and it's like, why didn't I think of this before?
Yes.
You know?
That's how I feel about my
I
balloon
know.
creations because they're it's a simple thing to think of,
Right,
but
right.
they're gorgeous, number one.
Yes.
They're gorgeous.
They are.
And they are very fun to create.
Right.
And people really love them. So I was thinking, why didn't I do something this extravagant before?
I know.
Always did balloons. I always offered balloons, but
Yes.
never on this scale
Right.
before.
Well, now it's all over Staten Island that you see
Thank
them.
you.
And it's just like everywhere. They're beautiful and they're very eye catching, and it's like, it takes your eye, it takes you right
Thank
there.
you.
So
And it's memorable, and that's what.
definitely it is.
Yeah,
It really
Be Forever. We want your event to be memorable.
is. Yes. And what is your favorite thing to do? Like birthdays, weddings?
Everyone asks me that question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't really do weddings. I never really have done weddings, and only because no one. When you're having a wedding, you're
Right.
having a wedding in a big fancy venue, and you're having a Venetian hour. No one's going to get a dessert display for
Right.
their wedding.
Right.
The only thing I could do is refer them to like florists or someone a DJ company or people that I know in my network that could help them out.
Okay.
And that's why they're separate planners from event
Right.
planners and wedding planners. That's
Right.
why they're separate entities with that. So I love first birthdays. Okay. First birthdays, bridal showers are one of my favorite things just because it's such a happy time for the bride and all her friends.
And it's fun.
And it's fun. And I love planning with the mom or the aunt or the best friend or whoever's really excited to throw
Right.
this celebration for this, woman that's in love and getting married. So that I love. And everybody asks me always what my favorite theme is.
Right.
Like circus theme or Nautica theme. I don't have a favorite because there are some that
You love them all.
I love them all. I love putting together all of them.
Right.
Under the Sea is really good.
I love
Dr.
it.
Seuss is really good. Like there's so many fun ones.
I love
Carnival
Dr. Seuss.
ones.
Thing one, thing two.
Yes, there's so much you can do with them. So
Yes, definitely.
yeah. So there's just it's endless. So what Be Forever does then we do mainly birthdays, any
Right.
kind of birthday or anniversary. It could be, from 1-year-old to 100 years old. Doesn't matter what your age is.
Right, right.
And it can be, I've done parties pre-COVID. I've done parties in bars. I've done parties in people's backyards. I've done them in venues. I've done them in people's basements. I've done them in hotel rooms.
Really?
Right, like a 21st birthday.
Ah,
Just
20.
making
Yes.
the hotel room, decorating it, and having the birthday person be surprised
That's
when they
awesome.
arrive. Yeah,
That's awesome.
so that's really fun too. So birthdays, anniversaries,
Right.
communions, baptisms, sweet 16s,
All of them.
yeah, baby showers, bridal showers. Yeah,
Those are fun. When you have those wanting showers, baby showers, and bridal showers and stuff like that. I mean, I've seen some bridal showers. I've seen some stuff in bridal showers, but it's fun.
It is
because,
fun.
I went to one time that they had, the ice sculpture, and of course, the manly part.
At a bridal shower?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Did you take a shot from it?
Of course.
I knew it. I knew it.
Why would
To be honest with you, I probably would have too. Just because I was there,
Come on, it's
just
fun.
because I was there, I probably would have too.
It's all women in there, so but it was fun though. But I've seen stuff like that, and it's just a fun occasion. And when you bring in your stuff, it just brings in joy and
Yeah, just the wow factor when people, because like when I work with clients and I'm at a venue, I like to go there, set up, and then like be a ninja and leave, because I just want them to be amazed when they walk in.
Right.
It's kind of like the magic that Santa brings at Christmas for kids.
Right?
Like they go to sleep, there's no presents. They wake up, Santa's there.
Hello.
So that's kind of like what I like to do. I'd like to go to the venue as early as I can, set it up and leave. So now when the host arrives, like, if it's a bridal shower, maybe it's the mom, the sister, the aunt, the best friend, whoever, who is throwing this for the bride. Or sometimes it's even the bride herself.
Right.
When they walk in, they're like amazed that I transformed this space into just a few things ideas that they've given me that they want.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to ask you, like on the consultation when you go with the clients and stuff like that. They already know. I mean, some of them probably don't even know what theme they want, or some of them.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, because
when they don't know, when they give me free range,
it's like an empty canvas.
I love it. Right, it's an empty canvas for an artist.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So usually when I sit with the consultation, everybody knows what type of party they're having. Right. Everybody knows, oh, this is a first birthday, or this is a bridal shower, whatever it is. Then I start asking questions. I feel for the person, and sometimes you have those people that are like, no, I'm doing Elmo. We want Elmo, 100% Elmo. And then I have other people that are so go with the flow, easy, and they're just like, I don't know, what do you think? And those are my people.
Yes.
Just give me free range.
Free range.
Tell me what you want.
Yes.
And then you know what? Even if you can't spend that much, even if you can't spend as much money, obviously I want you to, spend a lot of money. But I always add in extra things.
Of course.
I always add in extra things. I always have like something that they weren't expecting.
They get their bang for their buck.
Absolutely, they do. And, I have so many clients that have written testimonials about me because of that.
That's awesome.
And that feels great too.
Definitely.
And then even when I have a repeat client, if they refer me to someone else, and that someone else books with me, the next time that the person that referred them gets something for free.
Oh, that's great. That's a good incentive.
Yeah.
You gotta have those incentives.
Yeah, so if you did have a party with Beeforever before, refer me to someone, and then the next party you have, you'll get a free item.
Referrals, I love referrals because it's like, you know what? That goes to show you that there's always word of mouth.
Word of mouth is the best advertisement. It really is.
Always since day one. So, it's been around for a long time because
it's
people always talk.
It's cheap. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People always talk and you want them to talk good things.
Absolutely.
So definitely, that's how it is. Now when we know that you do Staten Island, now do you go outside of Staten Island? Do you travel other places? Have you gone to off the island?
I have. I don't really like to.
Oh, okay.
Honestly. I mean, I'm a Staten Island person. I'm here for the community. I'm here for Staten Island. I'm a Staten Island native. I love this island. I do.
Yes.
I get lost in Jersey. The moment I'm over the bridge, I don't know where I am. I have no idea where I am.
Oh, my God.
Brooklyn, I would do.
Okay.
Only because I am a little bit more familiar with Brooklyn. My parents are from Brooklyn. My family was there. My aunt and uncle are still there. So I am a little bit familiar, but the only thing is there's no place to park. There's no place to pull over. Everybody's double parked. It gives me anxiety. I'd rather just stay in Staten Island. It depends what somebody asks.
Right.
I mean, if they're right over the bridge. During COVID, I did do a party or one or two parties in Jersey. It's because, though, they were clients of mine that had their parties in April and May booked at a venue on Staten Island.
Right.
And then they had to change their venue to a house.
Oh, okay.
To a family member's house in Jersey. So that's the only reason why I went.
Okay.
But normally I don't.
So you're just like most 99.9% of the time
Staten Island.
Okay.
I'm here for Staten Island.
Definitely,
Yes.
we got that. So now I know that you brought in a piece for us.
I did. I had a lot of fun making this too.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. We did not expect that. So the creation of that is amazing. And it says Hub 17 NYC. And
there's a microphone.
there's a mic, the music notes, the chain, New
chain.
York Tough.
Exactly. New
Yes.
York Tough.
Oh, this is a beautiful piece, and we really appreciate you bringing that onto the
Of course.
studio.
I figured, I can make it for you guys. You can keep it in the studio.
Definitely.
And
Of
every
course.
single person that comes in here is going to say, hopefully they say, wow.
It is
You
a
know?
wow.
Yeah.
It is a wow because that is a beautiful piece, and you made it with love.
Everything
So-
I do is with love.
With
All
love.
of the things that we do for Beeforever is with love, for sure.
So we appreciate you bringing that piece. in.
Of course, of
We
course.
really do. Now, Beeforever. What do you see in the future? What are your goals for it? How do you want to expand? What do you see in the future for your business?
All right, I don't know if we have enough time for everything that I want to do with myself.
Oh my
kidding.
goodness. Do
But
tell.
yeah, in the future, I definitely see us. We're going to definitely remain an full service event planning company. I can see in the future people doing more and more things in their home. Again, this was something I always offered, but a lot of people didn't think of hiring an event planner for their house. But in the future, I see us kind of pivoting and doing more rentals, like
Okay.
prop rentals, and things like that. I would like to expand into that. I would
great.
like to I really want to have everything under one roof
Right.
where someone can come in, sit and do a consultation with myself or my staff, and then
Right.
have my warehouse like connected to it.
Right.
So it's all in one area, so I can work and play in the same area.
Right.
So it would be a one-stop shop for all of Staten Islanders. Maybe have like a little bake shop next to it.
Yeah.
So that's where I see Beeforever going for sure.
Oh, listen, if you can see it, you can do it.
Absolutely.
It's your vision, it's your plan, you want to expand, and you've been doing so great.
Thank you.
I know that you're a member also with the Staten Island Chamber of Commerce, right? And also you're with the SIEDC?
Yes. So in the Staten Island Chamber of Commerce. I'm in the Business Guild too.
Yes.
They're a very good group. They were my first group. I really love each and every one of them. In the Executive Club of Staten Island.
Right.
They're all over Staten Island.
Right.
They're really, really great group of people and professionals, and I'm very proud to be a part of that group.
Yes.
The SIEDC, I'm the Executive Women's Council in the SIEDC.
Yes.
They've been phenomenal throughout all of COVID, always checking up on their members.
Yes.
I did a member spotlight with them.
Yes.
So that was fun to do. I'm in the Verrazano Kiwanis group as well.
Okay.
Staten Island Elite Network.
Yes.
Shout out to Sal and Barbara. From there, I'm all over the place. I love being a part of Staten Island and
Yeah.
and putting myself out into the community.
Definitely.
It's great. It really is.
Well, that's how you go out and put yourself out there and you network and, because I know that you've been doing this for a while, and
Yeah.
it's always, always hard to get it going out there. And
It is.
getting your
It
name
was
known.
rough.
Yeah.
It was rough. And to be honest with you, I've always had that work ethic.
Right.
My parents instilled in me. I've had a job since I'm 13 years old.
Right.
But again, I was always in the restaurant business. I was in hospitality and working in hotels. So I always had that drive,
Right.
to work. However, when you work for yourself, though, it just, that
It's a different animal.
it is. It is.
is.
It's like tenfold. It's 10 times. You have to work 10 times harder, but the reward is so much more.
Definitely.
It's so worth it. The best thing that I've ever done was open up Beeforever.
Well, that it pushes you more because you're doing something right.
Absolutely.
And it's like, when you have your passion in it and you love to do it, it really doesn't become a job. It's just something that you love to do, but it's just, you're getting rewarded for it.
Yeah.
So, it's a great thing, So, tell us a little bit more about your home front, your support. We know that your husband supports you.
Obviously, everyone knows that my
Yes.
husband is the greatest. Everybody knows that. And if you know my husband, then you know that he's the best.
He's the best.
He's blushing. So yeah, my support system, obviously my parents,
Yeah.
and my brothers. I also have sister-in-laws that support me as well.
Good.
My mother-in-law, very supportive as well.
Good.
And my like aunt-in-law, I would guess you
your
would say. I
family
don't know.
and your
My
friends.
family, my friends. I have a group of girls that we know each other from all of our husbands being together. We call ourselves the mermaids. Shout out to the mermaids. No, they're always sharing my stuff, liking my stuff,
Good.
putting it out there.
That's
so
what it is,
right.
yeah.
So that's what really helped me. Besides the networks that I made from working in hotels and restaurants, knowing all Staten Islanders that would come into a certain restaurant that I worked at, and they were regulars, and I would
Right.
just know them, and then who knows this person, who knows that person,
Right.
and it kind of worked out. But just the support, honestly, I wouldn't have been able to do or grow as much as I have without the support of my brothers, my parents,
Right. Right.
everyone. Everyone that has just either liked my page, shared my stuff, said you're amazing.
And that's what it is. It takes 2 seconds, right? Just to hit like and share.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Because that's the world that we live in, is social media.
Yeah.
And besides word of mouth, because I always say, word of mouth is always number one, but in the technology world that we live in, it's so easy just to click, like, share. I mean, I see so many different, businesses and stuff like that. And people just sharing and supporting each other.
Yes,
And
I always do that.
Definitely.
Especially for women.
Definitely.
I mean, I don't mean to sound like that, but I do. Especially, I mean, I do for anyone, really,
Right.
but especially women.
Definitely.
I don't even need to know you. If I think you're working hard and hustling
And
and
you're
doing your
doing it,
thing,
exactly.
then why not? It takes a second for me to like your photo, share it, or I may know somebody that wants your product.
Yes, definitely. So the holidays are coming up.
Yeah.
How is that going to be for Beeforever?
So I'm basically booked for all of October because of
Halloween.
well, Halloween is my most favorite. Halloween, literally, I should have said that. When you said, what's your favorite theme? Halloween.
Halloween.
My fave. So, no, all of the communions that were postponed from April and May are now in October.
Oh, really? Yes, you're right. Yes.
So that's why October is fully booked for me. December usually is very booked.
Yeah,
For
of
me
course.
as well,
Right.
because everybody's doing their holiday parties. Everybody wants some kind of dessert to either bring to
Right.
somebody's house or to have balloons in their house when their family comes over. Or I also offer servers.
Okay.
People that go to other people's houses. I don't know how that's going to pan out this year, though. Right.
yeah.
But yeah, I do a lot of centerpieces for businesses that are going out to restaurants.
Right.
So that's busy for me. Is December. Do you do a lot of? I'm sure you, because you still do photography a lot, right?
Yes,
you
I
still,
do. Yes.
Yeah.
So that is a busier time, because you've got families and you got friends and you got people. I mean, before it was just people gathering at parties, but I doubt that will be happening. If not, hopefully it does. But
But you still do. I'm sure you would still do.
like
Like Santa sessions, whatever they're called. Like
yes,
where you just-
we do the Santa session. I mean, I make my husband dress up as a Santa.
Oh my goodness.
He's okay. He'll be all right.
Yeah,
you
see,
know.
the husbands there,
They're
they got to
telling you,
support.
so you got to put him out there and say, hey, put the suit on.
Yeah.
So, but he does support on that, and I have deals and specials also, for people to come and do their photography sessions, or I go to them. But now with the social distancing, it has been a little bit harder. So I'm just gonna play it by ear and see how it goes, because you do have to be, either in the home, or I'd rather have if they have a backyard or something,
Right.
we could do outdoors.
Or meet them at a park
Or something in that
yeah.
perspective. But, you always try to be inventive and you try to work things out and you want to keep the client happy.
Absolutely.
So, basically you just got to be, inventive.
Yeah, you got to be out there, innovative. So, I mean, and what you're doing with this, I
Listen,
fully support that
thank
you
you.
took.
I
so
appreciate
everybody
it.
that doesn't know, Marcy took over the artist market.
Yes.
Which was a fair for local vendors and artists and creators and makers
Yes.
to come down and sell some of their pieces.
Right.
And then she is a photographer, great photographer, I should say.
Thank you.
And has now, because of COVID, taken and kind of turned it into this show.
Well, I wanted to continue with the platform,
Yeah.
you know, and I wanted to, still be able to have them come on and, let them know, hey, listen, this is my business. This is what I do, and, just to put the word out there. And that's what I was doing, with the market, and I kind of missed that. Because
I miss it too. Do you think by December we'd be able to do another one?
I don't know about December. Maybe starting early next year.
I still do the fairs.
Yeah,
I do. I still do. I'm always at Farrell. Farrell's a big one.
Oh, okay.
St. Joseph by the Sea.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah. So I'm doing a lot of the Catholic schools, St. Rita's, St. Mary's. Yeah,
they're still doing their organization and their markets there.
I mean, I don't know if they're doing it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Another big one is down by the conference house too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have a big one there too. But if you do another one,
yeah, definitely.
definitely, I would love to be a part of that.
Oh, of course. And I'm like, I wish things would, be different because, I miss the interaction with the vendors and the business owners and the people that come onto the market, and you get to see like so many different things. Like people are so creative and they bring their things in, and I'm like, wow, this is great.
The things that people are making, they're making jewelry, they're making wreaths, they're making things out of glass.
I had, an owner with, they had their own fashion line. They sew. And now with all this stuff, with this mass stuff, everybody's become so innovative.
I don't know how to sew.
I know.
I don't know how to sew. If that was the case, I would have sold all these masks already. I would have done that. Yeah.
But one of the vendors and entrepreneurs that I had before, she's a knitter. And then she goes, well, I can't knit a mask. So she said, I'm going to go back to my roots, and back to my high school roots, and I'm going to relearn how to sew. And
Good for her.
She started sewing. And I shout out to Helen Hum, okay?
Shout out to Helen, for real.
Because her masks are amazing, and they are filtered. And it's like, the way that she builds it, it's her sewing skills are very
Well, send me that link. I would love to support her, support a local artist.
Yeah,
like that.
And that's what
it's all about.
Definitely.
It really is what it's all about.
Because everybody has a different type of creativity. They have a different type of talent, and something that they can do I can't do, and I'm going to go to them.
Absolutely.
So that's what it's all about. And there's so many people that I've known that create things, and their product is excellent. It's good. So when you have something good in your hands, you're going to have them clients coming back.
Absolutely. And you're going to have, especially when you get something from someone that you feel the love that they put into it and the time that they put into creating something. Definitely. It really is amazing. And that's why I loved being a part of the markets and meeting the people. And how many times I would spend a lot of money when I was there.
I know.
It was more about meeting the people and meeting, more of exposure for me.
Yes.
Because I really sell a service, not a product.
Right.
So.
Well, like with photography as well, it is a service.
Right.
But that service, people are always going to want to call for.
Absolutely.
And because, there's always somebody, look at this, it didn't even hold it down, you went ahead and you reinvented what you needed to do for your business.
Yeah.
And now people are loving it.
Yes.
And they're calling and they're like, set up my yard.
Yeah. And now it's like I have dates that are booked, people call me and I have to turn them away. And I don't want to turn anybody away. But if I don't have the date available, I just don't have the date available. There's nothing I can do. I can't be in two places at once. That would be great.
I know, right?
That would be fantastic, but I can't do that. But when that does happen and I don't have the date available, I do give my client a $50 gift card.
Okay.
For the next time they have something, that I will give them a free $50 gift. Worth $50 gift.
Well, she got incentives.
Yeah.
She got perks.
Well, only because I really do want to help people celebrate and make their event beautiful and memorable.
She goes around the island. She spreads cheer.
I love it. I love delivering smiles.
Yes, definitely. Oh, Bridget, it was great. But now we know that you're on Instagram and Facebook. Just tell us a little bit how people can go ahead and find your links and your information. Although we will have it at the end of the show. I'll put all the information, but she could go ahead and tell you.
Yeah, so beeforeverevents.com, B-E-E, there's two E's in B, beeforeverevents.com. Or my Instagram is at beeforever_events. If you go to beeforeverevents.com, you can, there's a gallery on there. You can look at the photos. There is a contact form. If you fill out the contact form, someone on our team will get back to you with less than 24 hours. Okay. We're very much on top of that. And then, of course, you can see me on this YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You'll have all of her information and how to contact her. And check out her Instagram page. I mean, it's amazing. And all of her work and, all of her wonderful balloons and decorations.
Thank you.
So if you need a party planner, if you need to get those donuts, if you need to get all that stuff, hit her up, Beeforever Events Planning.
Thank you.
So also we're want to give a shout out to another business owner. We're going to give it to Igor, Busy Bees, Honey. Okay, make sure you go check him out. His products is wonderful as well. He has raw honey. He has hemp. He has CBD. He's great. He's right here on the island as well, and he's on Victory Boulevard. I'll have his information on the site as well. Shout out to Igor. All right. So, Bridget, I appreciate you coming over today.
Thank you so much, Marcy. I would love to come back, maybe do some kind of craft. I didn't want to, it takes sometimes a long time to do them, so that's why I didn't want to take up all the time.
No, but we appreciate what you gave us.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you so
beautiful.
Much.
And believe me, we're gonna display
I'm gonna post that.
Yes.
So everyone's gonna be able to see it on Instagram.
Definitely. You'll see it all. But thank you guys. Make sure you watch the replay on Hub 17 and also on Marcy Photography on Facebook. And also when you get there, there will be a link also for the YouTube channel so you could watch the replays. It's there. But thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Hope you're having a great Friday night. And we'll see you until the next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.